My name is Corinne. I have ADPKD and I'm president of PKD France. I was diagnosed in 1997 when my daughter was herself diagnosed at the age of 5. Before I was diagnosed, I hadn't experienced any symptoms at all. When I understood that I had PKD and especially that my daughter had ADPKD, it was like a shock. Especially for her, because the transmission of the disease is definitely the burden, I think, for a mother. So I wanted to know more. At the moment when I discovered I had it and I discovered my daughter had it, and at that time I really looked for as much information as I could. So it was really difficult for me to admit that I had PKD, and it was especially difficult to deal with the fact that I had transmitted the disease to my daughter. I felt as if the world had collapsed really that year, because in one moment all the carelessness you have in life had disappeared, since I knew that I had a chronic disease for which there was no treatment, and I especially wondered how I would help my daughter face this disease. My husband, in fact, he immediately said that we would fight against the disease, and he was immediately extremely hopeful, and he really supported me in that. I didn't talk much to the rest of my family about it. It was not a way to hide the fact that there was this disease, but rather to protect them from any worry that they may have, especially my mother, who had never really spoken about it and who I knew would be extremely worried if I had told her that my daughter and I both had the disease. In my family, my grandmother had PKD and transmitted it to my father. Unfortunately, he died at 50, the first year he was on dialysis. I'm younger, but I haven't been too affected for the moment, hopefully. I exercise a lot. I tried, in fact, to do as many things as possible in my daily life, not to be too affected, in fact, by ADPKD. There are some positive aspects of the disease, however. One really positive aspect is that I could see that when there is a disease, the friends, the family are really supportive, they are really helpful, they really try to do as much as they can, and that's really good to see how people react around you and support you. Being involved in an association is also a very rewarding thing, because you realize that you can try to help researchers, giving them some funds. You realize that you can do things by yourself to fight against the disease, and in a way it makes you feel useful in your daily life. I guess what the disease has told me is that we must absolutely enjoy life to the full, and every moment in life is important.